Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. I'm your host, Michael Tabor. So, getting right into this, another edition here. I'm going to do another video on probably one of my favorite topics of conversations: religion, God. Is there life after death? My NDE. I probably won't get into my NDE too much here. Go on my channel. I've done at least a dozen videos on my NDE. NDE meaning near-death experience. I had a near-death experience in September of 2014. So what I want to talk about now is, well, a couple of things. Is there a God? And is there an afterlife, right? So, right, Christians believe that after this life, if you're good, you go to paradise in heaven and you live forever, or I don't know, on a cloud. Who the hell knows, right? So, and if you're bad, you might go to the other place. So all of the Abrahamic monotheistic religions have, well, actually Jews don't. Jews don't believe in an afterlife. That's interesting, but Muslims do, Islamists. So anyway, I talk to Madeline all the time about this. It's like, what I don't understand is, listen, if there was a God, why is it not obvious, right? If it was important, let's say, if you look at the Judeo-Christian tradition, it's Jesus came here to say, hey, listen, I am God, the Son of God, and I am here to spread the word, and if you accept me, you go to heaven. But why does he make it so difficult and elusive and vague? And it's like, listen, if it was so essential and so important that you believe in, let's just say, Jesus, you would demonstrate it unequivocally. In fact, to make it to such a point that you'd have to be clinically insane not to believe it, right? But obviously that's not the case. It's so damn elusive. All this stuff, all the woo-woo stuff, if you will, right? So God, is there Jesus and God? Is there life after death? Or what about ghosts? And is it haunted? It's the same damn thing. And even the New Age stuff, like, oh, I could move objects with my mind. And what is that thing where you can move stuff from a distance? I don't know what the term is. But anyway, remote viewing or whatever, right? So my question is, like, well, okay, I'm an open-minded guy. Let's see. Nobody can. Like, even my NDE, my near-death experience, I died and I saw something. I'm not going to get into all the details here, but still, it's that vague kind of sort of elusive stuff. Like, and I'm on YouTube all the time, going on these NDEs. This shit fascinates me. I'm really super interested in it. But here's the thing: it's always the fact that, and let's stick with NDE, near-death experience. It's near death. You actually did not die. There was a pause near death and you came back. So what I would like to see is someone who's been dead for a long time, like a year or 10 years. Like, what about, I don't know, Abraham Lincoln, like coming back, like someone who's just bones now, right? Someone who said, listen, there's life after death. Abraham Lincoln says, listen, I'm telling you, I died in 1865. Right? That fucker John Wilkes Booth killed me. And here I am. I'm telling you there's a God. And even tell which God. It's Jesus. There's heaven. That Bible's right. Read it. And here I am. And then do a whole campaign. Like, convince everyone and go on CNN and all the channels. Hold a press conference and say, listen, man, and I'm not a shyster either. I'm Abraham Lincoln. Look, my head, look, the beard. And listen, now I have supernatural powers. Like, you want to see me jump up to the moon? Boop, boop, back. You want to see me turn into a frog? Boom. Listen, be a good person. Go to heaven. Jesus is the guy. I'm telling you, there would be no problem with believing or not, right? All 7 billion people on planet Earth would believe in Jesus and the afterlife, and there would be no problems, no wars, and everything. That would be it. We would all live happily ever after, right? You see what I mean? It's just obviously, so I get to the point, and I want to believe in a God. I want to believe in Jesus. I want to believe that I truly had a near-death experience. I know I had something. I want to believe that there's more to this than just this. Who the hell doesn't? Who the hell wants to just die? I want to go to heaven. I want there to be a God. Who doesn't? Right? But the evidence is flimsy. It's super damn flimsy. There is no strong evidence to suggest that there is a God or that there is some sort of afterlife. Okay, on that note, what do you think, right? You know? Same thing with the ghost stuff. Like, oh, like I was in a room and the door slammed. Like, you don't think it was the wind? You know, I mean, there's usually an explanation. Like, why does it have to be like quiet and candles? Like, listen, if there really was a ghost, or if there's life after death or whatever, the person could come right in broad freaking daylight. Like, here I am. I'm Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. I'm Ronald Reagan. Here I am. I died. I went to, there is a heaven. Listen, how many, there you go. Okay. Are we playing games with ourselves? With this God and afterlife? Okay. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.